Awesome. We are live. Hey, everybody. Oop, somebody's calling.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
technology. Hello.
Who can it
All right.
be?
This is the Live Happy Team Hangout. You'd think with all the technology Don and I deal with on a daily basis that we would stop having it continues. So anyway, we're so excited you're here. Whether you're with us live or you're catching the recording, we're excited to do this. We're going to do this more frequently. There's just been a lot happening from the time we announced that we were going to do this, and Don went out of the country. It's just been a little bit goofy, but doesn't matter. The team is still rocking and doing exciting things, and so we wanted to hop on this hangout, and we can interact. There's a couple different ways you can interact with us. You can interact with us tonight in our team Facebook group, or you can interact with us on the Google Events page. So I posted the Google Events page. That might be exactly how you're watching this. You can interact there, or in the team site. If you interact in the team site, that's probably preferred, wouldn't you say, Dawn? Like preferred to be able
Yeah,
to, yeah.
definitely preferred. Definitely preferred. But the other thing too about this is that this is a team-only event. So this is not a prospecting event. This is not something to invite people to. This is for you guys. This is team training. This is to take your business to the next level. So it's only for people who are already signed up. We've got some really, really cool stuff to share with you guys that is absolutely going to change the landscape of your business in the next 30 days. So for those of you who are here live, awesome. So excited. But yeah, back to Tracy's question. In the team group is the best place to interact. If we only have one place to get comments, that's the best place. So why don't can we just put the YouTube link in there? That would make sense.
Yeah, let me do that. Hold the phone. We have a few viewers. I'll put the YouTube link in there as well.
Yeah, and so we're going to be talking about some resources tonight that we're going to be adding into the team group. So that'll be in the team notes. So that's where you guys will be able to find anything that we talk about tonight. We will be adding into the team group, not to the public page.
Creating a thread where I'm going to put the YouTube link, and then I'm also going to put, this is going to be the thread for Q&A and for any kind of interaction. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So that'll be over there in the group, and of course my computer's going really slow. So Dawn, I know not everybody could be here tonight, but we have a few people that are joining us that are just crushing it, and we wanted to take the opportunity on a regular basis as the team grows and as people do well to bring out on the panels, leaders, people who are, who have hit new ranks and are doing great things. And I know that's who we have with us tonight. So while I add this into the group, do you want to introduce our panel?
Yeah, let's do it. So we do have some powerful peeps on our panel tonight. And so first I'd like to call out Cindy Bloom, a marketer extraordinaire. Cindy is no stranger to marketing, but Cindy, I'll let you tell your story. Tell us what's been going on, how you hit your rank, and what are some of the things you've been doing that have been working for you.
Okay, can you hear me? Because I have these headphones on, and I usually don't. Because I'm
We
down.
can.
I've relocated. I had to move. You know, sometimes you just need to change the scenery. Down in my kitchen where I can see everybody in my house. I like that sometimes. Not that anybody's home yet. Just
Awesome.
wait. Just wait. Okay, so yeah, like Dawn said, I've been online marketing for a few years now, and I'm really excited to be with a company that solves so many solutions for people in so many different ways. And I basically started out by, Dawn and I had this talk. I actually had a whole different focus. It's really interesting because what I thought was going to be the core for my business was that I was a mom of athletes, and I wanted, my kids and the coaches and all those people to see the results that the athletes could actually be getting. And when Dawn and I had this conversation, I had this really big aha moment, or actually she actually gave it to me, and actually it's just said, I want you to have the experience of the products. I want you to feel it, and it has to be your story and not the kid's story or the wrestler's story. It has to be yours. So I thought, well, all right, let's go ahead and do this. I'm not one that really wants to lose a ton of weight, but I do not eat really healthy. I eat, I run, I fast. I don't, I pick and choose. And so I started taking the products and doing exactly, framing my posts to create interest from people. And it's really interesting because a lot of you may or may not know that I had my Facebook account shut down, I don't know, it seems like a couple months ago. And so most of the people that have on this Facebook is what I consider my friends and family, who I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? They're not going to be interested. And the people who I've actually recruited were friends and family, all because of posts that I've created by having them, spark an interest in doing what I'm doing. And so to me, that was just a huge eye-opening, very eye-opening, and it actually helped me to realize, and I think this has been a huge part of my business, and I feel it being a huge part of my success moving forward, is that I'm really comfortable telling people about something that I'm using that I'm enjoying. Just so like I would be comfortable telling somebody about a restaurant that I went to or a movie. Whether they want to go see the movie or go to the restaurant, that's their choice, but as a friend, I'm sharing that with them. And when I realized that, because of the results I've seen, it just gave me a lot more confidence and strength and direction to where I'm going.
Man, isn't that a powerful story? I find that so incredibly powerful because, because our team we've attracted some really great marketers, but a lot of people come to the team thinking that it's all about internet marketing, and that's really not the case when you have a product like Isagenix that gets such visual, like visible, life-changing emotional results. And Cindy, like you just illustrated that perfectly. It's just like when you do something cool, you're going to say you go to a great nail salon, right? You're going to tell your friends that it's a great place. You go to a good hairdresser, you're going to tell them, and whether they decide to go or not is completely up to them. But we give them the information and they get to decide. So I think that is really, really powerful. Considering that sometimes people get caught up thinking that they have to build fan pages and they have to build websites and they have to build marketing funnels, when sometimes all you have to do is open your mouth and let people know that you're getting a great result with a great product. Sometimes it's that simple. So I love that, Cindy. Thank you for sharing that.
Well,
I'm
and
not saying that the marketing aspect is not there too, because there's a lot of things going down in the background. But now that I have this newfound confidence, I feel that the marketing aspect has fallen into place.
Yeah.
And what's so amazing for those of you guys watching, some of you are on the team and you've never really built anything significant. Now, I just want to put it in perspective because I don't think Cindy did it justice. Cindy had built a huge, not a fan page, a personal page, but it was a personal page that was just all people, not all, but mostly marketers, people who were in-home businesses, people who would, be ideal to recruit into a business, okay? And so imagine losing a Rolodex of, 3,000 people, Cindy?
5,000.
5,000, 2,000, right? So, and part of the reason why Cindy was running two pages is because she was trying so hard to keep personal separate from business, which we agree, like we do like to do that a lot of times, but man, what a testimony of when you have something good and you're not being a spammy marketer, you're just sharing what's happening, like really good stuff, how everything can shift. It's really awesome.
Well, it's exciting. It's exciting. So I just want people to realize that, you don't have to be the marketing guru. You can start like that and then develop your marketing from it. And that to me has been very powerful. So
awesome. Very, very cool. So we've got a couple of more panelists. We've got Donna and we've got Gil, and I want to call out Gil last. So let's talk to Donna Harris. Donna, how are you doing? You're muted. Yep. I can see you're muted. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm glad to be here. It's so exciting to be on the same Google Hangout with Tracy and Dawn and Cindy. I mean, I don't know much about Bill, but man, I feel honored. But when I started chatting with Tracy, I had no idea what she was doing, and I had to literally pull it out of her. I mean, I had to really do some yanking to find out what she was doing. And the funny thing is because for the last 6 months, I have just been growing and growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger. and more depressed. And so when she told me what she was doing, I thought, oh my God, God, thank you for the answer, because it's what I was looking for, not even realizing it. And then when she told me about, how I could handle my stress, that Ionic Supreme has just done wonders for me. And so I'm just thrilled. But, when I started making my story and I put Mom and my picture up, and I was shooting for 100, and I got over 100 likes. And just 2 days ago, I was going through that list, and I saw, I'm going to say probably 6 or 7 people that wanted to know what I'm doing, and I didn't even see them until just a couple of days ago. So I'm so excited, and then I did a campaign on my fan page, and I've always gotten some response, but I've never had anybody ask me questions, and I finally got someone on my fan page to say, talk to me about isogenics. So I'm just so excited, that I just can't hardly sit here without telling everybody. And when I first started doing this, Mom saw the box come in, and she said, well, I want to do this with you too. And I thought, well, Mom, I'm not sure about this cleanse. And she begged me to do the cleanse, but I just kind of felt like it was too much for a 96-year-old. But she is very dedicated with her shakes, very dedicated. So I've been trying to, include her in my post on my Facebook, and I kind of think, that's why I'm getting more people asking about it, is because of Mom. So that's my story, and I want to help other caregivers, because I know, sitting where I'm sitting, we kind of gave up on our life, and we kind of got in a hole. So I know where caregivers are coming from, and I finally found my niche and my avatar. So I am raring to go. I am raring to go, and I'm so excited to be here. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Woohoo! So cool. And so, guys, Donna, you didn't even tell us, but Donna hit consultant in her business. That means she was able to sponsor two or more people into the business, and that's the first rank. It's the most important rank. It gets you to the point where you can participate in the residual income part of isogenics. And Donna, like, how did you do it? What would you say was the number one step that you took?
Well, I just went back to my friends and told them, that I had decided to make a shift, and that I had been talking to Tracy, and I tried very hard not to sell, but just to share my story. And they asked me what I was doing, so I got them on a 3-way call with you and Tracy. But I do want to input this, because one of my team members and I last week decided, we were looking at our pay, and we thought, well, we're going to change our auto ship, and we went in there, and then when Tracy gave me a buzz and asked me, how I was doing, and how she talked to me so sweet, I thought, well, what's the problem? So I went in and looked at my back office and found that, I had dropped down to 0 because I changed my auto ship. So I called corporate really fast, and I was in my grace period, and they walked us through the process. Oh man, just not salesy, not professional, like they did it like a friend, and really showed me how important it was to stress to my team to make sure they join on the right day and don't go in there and mess things up, because you will mess your commission, and your rank and everything up. So we've got to be very careful with that. So I want to pass that on to everyone.
All right. Donna, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. We had a little technical glitch there, but It's just so. I mean, that's part of being that's part of being part of a team that really is looking out for one another and is really helping. We really are focused on helping everybody win. And I put a Dawn will be back. Her computer froze. She's gonna restart. She'll come back on. But I put a post out today. When you're always if you have a vision for your future and you're focused on that vision, right? And if it's about the long haul and it's about creating a legacy. And when I went with Dawn to the celebration over the summer, the big Isogenics event in San Diego, the word I heard a lot, that I heard it over and over and over again, was the word legacy. And it was kind of interesting because I was new to Isogenics at the time. I'm not new to network marketing. I'm not new to marketing online, but I was new to Isogenics, and I continued to hear this word legacy. And when you have a vision for your future, for your family, for your children, for the world around you, legacy starts to make sense. And the only way to really fulfill that legacy is to find something that you can get passionate about, find something that has some stability, and put your head down and go to work. And sometimes we're surrounded by people who, and some of us on this panel, myself included, have been guilty of, making maybe things that we thought were the right decisions at a time, and we've made jumps and we've made changes. Well, true success doesn't happen when you do that. And so what's exciting for me, Donna, hearing you talk as a caregiver, with your mom at 96 years old using these products, Cindy's kids, Cindy, Joey is a freshman, Johnny's a freshman, or is he in 8th grade? 8th grade? 8th grade. Okay, so Gil hasn't even talked yet, but we've got 8th grader to a 96-year-old woman. Talk about a legacy, you guys. When you're building a company, when you're building a business around a product that your 96-year-old mom and my goddaughter who's 5, who lives downstairs, she takes the product B every day. The kids take the product. I mean, so we're building something that really, it's amazing to me when you really think about this. This is a true legacy build, and so I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody that's here, everybody that's watching. Dawn, I'm glad you're back. We kind of kept the conversation going, and I want to turn it back to you because I know you want to bring Gil out and talk with Gil, because Gil has just been, man, he's been tearing it up and steadfast and doing great things. So Gil, I'm excited you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, Gil, we're so excited that you're here, Gil. And Gil actually just hit a new rank in the company, and he actually has hit the rank of manager, which is you +2, them +2. Amazing, congratulations. And so we're really interested in hearing what your journey has been like, and what has it taken, because I know there's been a big shift in how your family is receptive to your business, and just in everything. You have completely changed your life because of this business venture and because of these products. And we know that your baby's there.
Yeah,
Daddy's the only one home tonight. So yeah, tell us a bit about it.
Well, I'm new to the Google Hangout thing. I don't know if everybody can see me.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, good. So this is Jackson. I don't know if you guys can see him too.
Yeah, you can see him. Hi, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
He's a big reason why I really committed to this and decided, like Tracy said, that legacy. I can't say enough about the word. I'm ready to get it tattooed on my body. I just haven't figured out where yet. But yeah, so my story. Wow, I started out as a product user, and I actually had heard Dawn on another podcast that she was a guest on. Yeah, that's Dawn, huh? And it was actually a podcast about entrepreneurship. And I was not only looking to feel better, but I was looking for something that was gonna give me the opportunity to build a business too. Yeah, tell them your story. And when I first started, that was my goal, was feel better for this guy, so that I could enjoy all the moments that I felt like I was missing out on because of just discomfort. Anyway, so I took the products, I started to feel better, and 30 pounds later, people couldn't help but notice. So there was a real big bunch of people that signed up and enrolled with me just because they wanted the same results. And what really shifted for me, and when my business grew, and when I started to rank advance, when I set the intention. And I think a lot of people can be reluctant at first, just because we feel like we found some magic cure to something everybody wants, and so we get a little shy about sharing it at first. And there's no reason to be shy about it. And once I grabbed a hold of that and really just ran with it and started connecting with people. I come from a sales background, so it was really tough at first not to approach it in a salesy way. But when I started connecting with people because I wanted to share what I had, when I really started branding myself differently on social media and just everywhere that I showed up in life, it made a huge difference in the people that became attracted to me or who wanted to know about what I was doing. And that for me was the shift, and I still notice it every day. I mean, I'll have days where I'm like, oh, I want to post this really bad, but maybe people are sick of hearing about how positive I am, and the next thing you know, I don't get a like for a few posts, and then all of a sudden I'm getting text messages. How do I do it? How do I get on board? I know what you're doing, and I'm ready. And so that's rewarding, for all the moments where you're like, oh, am I doing the right thing? When you fully commit, there's the moments when you see everything come together are just they're unbelievable.
Hey, sorry, Gil, I muted myself. I love that story. I love that progression, going from feeling like a little bit shy to a little bit too salesy to then all of a sudden realizing that you got this really great product and going through that stuff. Like I think there isn't a single person who's ever been successful in network marketing who hasn't had that moment of like nobody's liking your stuff, or you talk to your friends and family and they aren't interested, and you're just like, the rejection starts to build up and you start to wonder, am I doing the right thing here? Like maybe I shouldn't even be doing this. But the truth is that when you commit, like what you said, you commit and you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, those text messages start to come in. I know Donna has experienced it. I know Tracy and I have definitely been through those slow periods in our businesses. And so, I just really appreciate you coming on here and sharing your story. I know that, you're the only one home tonight with your little boy, so that's really cool that you guys can get on together. And yeah, you've got a beautiful family in Hawaii.
If I can say one more thing, the amount of time I've been able to spend with this guy in the last couple months since I fully committed, it's priceless. And no matter what happens from here on out, which obviously I know it's only going to be good things, that alone is worth it. And I'm just grateful, very grateful for finding the company I found, and for it being the first network marketing company that I ran into, so I don't have to be hopping all over the place.
Oh, amen to that.
That is right. Amen to that is right.
So, Tracy, who's on the panel?
I know. I'm so excited to see our buddy Dan. I am so excited, and I want to share something really quick, because I know before we bring Dan out, because he's always got something incredibly profound to say. And Dan, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to take the words out of your mouth right now, I hope, because I know a lot of times you're like, I was going to say that. But I want to share with all of you guys a really important principle that's happening, because there are some of you that are just getting started, and we've talked about this on one of our podcasts, and it's the power of testimonies. And there's a reason why we've brought everybody out here to kind of share tonight. And I really want to plant a seed in all of you watching, all of you on the panel, all of you on the recording, because this is really, really important. There was a time in my business when I was getting started and things weren't going as fast as I wanted them to go. You'll notice in Isogenics and in any good company, you're always going to hear the success stories, product successes, business successes, and they're designed. There's a reason for that, okay? And I'm going to tell you the principle in just a second. But I remember getting to a point in my business where I would be like, I want that. Like almost like a piece of me was, well, not almost, like there was some jealousy involved, right? There was some like, I don't want to hear their success story. I just want it. And I'm just being completely transparent with you guys. I believe that that's how we can learn, is when we're real and we're honest. And so that feeling that I would have, I think actually held me back in my business. And it was when I understood the principle and the power of testimonies that everything changed in my life. And so, in fact, Dawn and I do this on a regular basis. This is a little secret. This is a little behind the scenes secret. Before we go live, before we record podcasts, before we do all the stuff that we do for our happy hour business, I almost every single time find a testimony of someone who has succeeded, and I read it to Dawn. All right, and the reason I do that is because there's a principle. If it's happened for others, it can happen for you. Okay, and so you use the testimonies. This is like, I wasn't planning on saying this, but this came out of my spirit as I was listening to Gil talk, because it's exciting. But when you take the success that's happening on this panel and you say, I'm taking that as mine. If it happened for them, it's gonna happen for me. All right, and then every time you hear a testimony, you make a decision that you're gonna grab onto that. You're gonna grab onto that as if it was a promise for you. Okay, so it's really, really, really powerful. So when you hear that, right, when you hear, because I know Dan's going to get on, Dan's going to talk about, Dan's amazing. Like, the guy has got more heart than probably anybody I have ever. And so I know he's going to have great things to say. And so what I really want to encourage you to do is, you listen to Cindy and you heard Donna and you heard Gil, and now you're going to hear from Dan. I really want you, when you hear the success people are having, whether it's with the products, with the business, I want you to decide that every time I hear somebody succeeding in an area that I want to succeed in, I'm going to take their testimony as a seed. And I'm going to plant that seed inside of me to plant it and nurture it so that it grows out of my life. Okay, it's a principle. It's a spiritual principle. It's like gravity. If you drop a rock, it's going to fall. If you take somebody's success, someone's testimony of success, and you claim that as yours and you celebrate them, then you draw that into your life. And so I just wanted to share that. I think it's really powerful. It's really important. And that's the kind of culture Don and I really want to build here, is a culture of people who are experiencing success, who are cheering each other on in the success, and really have the right attitude to attract good things into your life. So Don, that was my 2 cents. Wanted to add that.
Amen, sister. That was extremely powerful, and I'm so glad that you said that before Dan started to talk, because Danny always has a powerful testimony to share. The guy attracts success everywhere he goes. He's got an incredible mindset, incredible story, and I am so glad you're here, Dan. I'm so glad you're here. So why don't you come on out and tell everybody what's going on and how you have achieved the success you have. Just to give you guys a little bit of background, Dan also has hit the rank of manager. That's the second level. It is like, it's a big deal in Isogenics. That's you plus 2, them plus 2, and Dan has just taken it and run with it. Incredible leadership. Danny, you take it away from me, because you'll say it better than I can.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for the intro. I mean, I hope I can live up to it. From you, Tracy. I know you've been trying to hunt me down today, huh, Dawn? I'm sorry I haven't got back to you. I'm here now. I'm here. So, it's funny, everybody thinks that success comes so easy to me, honestly. I talk to so many people and they're like, it just seems like it's so easy to you. And the truth of the matter is today I've actually had like one of the worst days ever. I haven't been on Facebook all day long because I don't have anything nice to say, or haven't anything nice to say. It's really good to see all of you guys here. I actually got my Ionics. I'm gonna have my shot of Ionics, you know what I mean, because it's good for the stress, you know what I mean. So cheers to you guys and to our success. I'll have this shot real quick, just a minute.
Cheers.
You're making me want to run to the kitchen and go get mine.
Yeah, I'm ready to down this thing. I'm getting ready to down this thing like a 40, you know what I mean? I had a really bad day. So, but yeah, it's really good to see all of you guys. Really good to see you too, Gil. I've been, following you around. I was just chatting with Cindy Bloom. Yeah, no doubt, bro, no doubt. And I was just chatting with you the other day, Cindy Bloom. Good to see you too on here. And nice to see you on here too, Donna Harris. It's the first time I've seen you on a Hangout as well. So definitely good to see. Definitely good to see everybody. But back to what I was saying. A lot of people think of success, comes so easy to me. And the truth of the matter is it's not always great. Fighting and arguing with my kids. I got water in my basement today. All kinds of bad things happen to me all the time. I just don't really complain. I don't really complain that often. You know what I mean? But I guess I'll just share with you guys today, let you guys know that I'm definitely not a superhero, definitely human, and you know. The most important thing, when it comes to business, is, it's something that a lot of people come into this business, and a lot of you have heard it before. They come into this business, with an employee mindset. You know what I mean? Where they're not really used to having ups and downs in business, and and life in general. I mean, it's so important to work on yourself. I've been studying personal development since 1998. I was actually a high school dropout, and started my first business in '98. I was in Amway for the first year and a half. That was my first business career or whatever. I didn't do very well with it or whatever, but I did learn one thing is to take personal development very seriously. And over the next 10, 12 years, listen to personal development every day in my car while I ran around and did customer service and sales stuff for my own landscaping company that I had. I had the company for 12 years. In 2010, I decided to get back into the network marketing industry, and I got into Isogenics. And about 4 months in or so, I had my first month in network marketing where I made over $1,000 in network marketing. So for me at the time, I was like, wow, this is real. You can actually make money in this business. So I went on for the next year and a half, in network marketing, and I didn't know anywhere near as much as I know now. I didn't know anywhere near as much as I know now. But I was hustling and grinding, and I was listening to my mentors. You know what I mean? And I don't really regret leaving it and coming back, because I've learned so much over the last couple of years. Taking nosedives. With programs. With websites that don't work and companies that don't pay on time, and I mean, it's insane out there. I mean, I just heard of I won't say their name or whatever, just to not bash them or whatever. But I just heard of another company, two companies that are like everybody thinks they're like the it companies. Two other companies besides another company that I came from that aren't paying their affiliates, and I haven't paid in over a month. I'm like, man, this is crazy. You know what I mean? So in Isogenics, Kathy Coover, Eric Coover, the Coover family, their motto is, if it's not right for the associate, it's not right for the company. You know what I mean? And they take that very seriously. And because Kathy Coover went to the top in 3 different companies, we're blessed to actually have somebody that was in the industry that hustled and grinded. And she, and she cried them tears, after having failed meetings, and she's been let down and let down and let down and let down. She's been in the industry for a long time, so she knows exactly how it feels to be in the industry. You know what I mean? So it's really nice to be part of a company like Isogenics where where the Coovers, really actually understand the industry, and they really actually have the associates' best interest. So I'm really happy and proud, to be able to stand behind that. Isogenics is, my only network marketing company. You know what I mean? And I will make money with some other things and things like that, because I can't stand still or whatever. But as far as network marketing, I'd encourage you guys all to wear it proudly. To wear it proudly, and to know this, and to know that if you have time on your side. When you're talking to people out there and you're networking, and you want to consider yourself a professional networker, because we live up to the titles that we give ourselves. So if you're not going to call yourself a professional networker yet, you better start calling yourself a professional networker, because then you'll live up to the title. You want to consider yourself a professional marketer? Call yourself a professional marketer. You'll start living up to the title, because our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a penny and $1 million. It only knows what you say. So, you better make sure you're saying the right things on a regular basis. And, and knowing that to constantly be planting seeds. And back to what I was saying about time, to know that you have time on your side. If you go out there and make connections with people, you can make connections with people and have the confidence to know that guy's going to probably take a nosedive in the next month or two, and he can call me back, and see that I'm still with the same company, still getting great health results, and actually have a good product, and a company that's still paying every Monday like they're supposed to. Because there's just a lot of garbage out there, especially if you guys are following Dawn and Tracy, with their social media training and stuff like that, they're really laying it out there for you, so that you understand how to have a good presence on social media, Facebook, YouTube. If you're always going around complaining, you're going to attract complainers. You know what I mean? If if you're saying positive, uplifting stuff, you're going to attract other people to say positive and uplifting stuff. I mean, there's even marketers out there to use drama to actually like build their business and stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of it personally, but they do stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I just like to let you know that the law of attraction is real. Whatever you put out there is going to come back. It's going to come back no matter what. You go out there, you put it out there, it's going to come back. So like if that's what you want, if you want the drama in your life, you know what I mean? Hey, some people like drama. I got a friend every time I'm around him, he just wants to show me his cell phone and show me his conversations with his girlfriend. He's like, look what she said to me. Read this, read that. I'm like, I don't want to read it, dude. That's your problem. You know what I mean? I got my own problems. It's a full-time job keeping ourselves motivated. You know what I mean? It's a full-time job keeping ourselves motivated. You know what I mean? So why feed into other people's stuff? You know what I mean? So I'm glad what?
I just wanted to ask you, what do you think it was like? How did you get yourself to manager so fast? Like you're having some good duplication on your team. That's what manager means. And so what do you do you think differently that lets you advance in a compensation plan like faster than the average bear?
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend. I mean, when it comes to business, when you say do whatever it takes. When you say do whatever it takes, you really have to take that seriously. And even if you don't really want to, even if you don't want to do something, you just have to know you have to do it, especially when it comes to your team. A lot of times I think, and this is just my own perspective. That's all I'm gonna say. Everything I say is my own perspective. I'm not gonna say that everything I say is the truth or whatever, because we all have different perspectives and we all have to create our own perspectives. But as far as creating duplication and getting consultants, I think it's really important, to let your team know you're there, and you're there for them, and you'll do three-way calls, and you'll do whatever it takes to help them. Also, if somebody's like wants to do the products as a customer, I mean, I sign people up as an affiliate, even if they want to be a customer, and you can actually use customers to rank up a little bit faster. I mean, if they straight up only want to be a customer and it and they're from your hometown and they ain't in the business, I mean, you can actually place them strategically to do that. I don't recommend that you place anybody on an inside leg that wants to build a business. You know what I mean? Obviously, because you wouldn't be able to support them as easy. But yeah, you know what I mean? What I was going to say is about being there for your team and supporting your team, be willing to do whatever it takes. A lot of times that'll just your team knowing that you're there for them, they'll actually go out there and do whatever it takes too. And a lot of times they won't even need you to actually rank up and stuff like that, because just them knowing that you're there, you know what I mean, lets them makes them feel more confident in their everyday walk, everyday path. I know Dawn's there for me, you know what I mean? If I really, need her, she knows I'm there for her, you know what I mean, too, like, anyway, I mean, it goes back and forth, I mean, but, we could track each other down and, like, if we're not answering the phone, you know what I mean? But yeah, so.
Yeah, we sure can. I'll just shoot your girlfriend a message and say, like, can you get Dan to call me up? It's all good. I know that.
Me too. I'm like, I know. I'll talk to her soon. I'm like, we had a bad day over here with all this stuff going on. So
it's all good. But yeah, so Dan, I want to transition. I don't want to cut you off, but I want to transition into like showing the team some really cool tools that they can have access to.
That's cool. Cool.
Just really some really, really cool stuff. Tracy, was there anything else you wanted to add before I transition to a screen share and start sharing some of the cool stuff that we've got?
Yeah, no, let's share the goodies. I'm excited, that I'm excited for the continued success we're going to see, the duplication by, just simply sharing something that is so good. And, we've seen such a, there's just such a diverse representation here tonight, which is really cool. And I hope you guys get that. Like, this is for this is for everybody. And even though, if you follow Dawn and I, we teach very specifically for you to have your specific target, but the cool part is that everybody can come in and everyone can have their specific targets, and we're going to help. I love it. You can come in and be a high school dropout, and you can be a caregiver, and you can be a wrestling mom, and you can be a corporate PR person. You can be a crazy podcast host, and you can be successful. So this is exciting stuff, Dawn. So you take it away.
All right, give me 1 second here to fire up the engine. I'm so excited about the stuff that Isagenix has for us right now. And for those of you who haven't done this yet, go into your phone. Okay, I just want you to get your cell phone, go into your app store, whether you're on what do we got? Apple. Whether you got an iPhone or if you got an Android phone, you can go into your app store and download Isopulse. Isopulse is the neatest app I have ever seen from any network marketing company. And anybody who has it will tell you the same thing. It notifies you every single time a new team member is added to your team. It shows you where you're at in terms of your paycheck and your cycle volume and all that cool stuff. And it allows you to be recognizing people, because a big part of what we do is recognizing people, recognition, right? We have to be always recognizing people.
Dawn, before you show that, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, of course.
It sounds like you're going to introduce some tools, and one of the things that I noticed, and I don't, whether it's my team or somebody else's, if this helps somebody, that's awesome. Was that one of the things that halted me, I guess, my progress at first was I'm just a knowledge, how do I say this? I just absorb it, and I want all of it at once, and that can tend to be a little bit more of a hindrance than anything else when you're trying to start something new like this. And one of the things I know I've heard Dan say before too is, with all the tools that are out there, whenever you're introduced to a new one, the best thing you can do is implement it right away, whether you're perfect at it or not. I know you guys talk about that too on your social media happy hour, and with the personal development thing too that he brought up. We should always be listening to something, because we are, like you said, having to keep ourselves motivated all the time. But that was just something that I know was a problem of mine, and since both of those topics were brought up, I thought I'd kind of share my 2 cents.
No, I love it. Thank you for jumping out and sharing that. That's what you're here for. You're a leader on this team, and so we definitely want your input all the time, as much as possible. So I'm going to show you guys something in here. So Isopulse is on your phone. You guys can look it up in the App Store. I'm not going to show it to you because there's nothing to show you. I can't show the App Store on the computer. It doesn't make sense. But Isopulse, you just look it up, ISA Pulse, and download it to your phone. You definitely want to have it, whether you've already got a team or whether your team you want it. So let me share my screen here.
And Dawn, as you're sharing your screen, literally Nancy just put a post out about Isopulse. For those of you that are on the bleeding edge and have the iPhone 6, there is a little bit of an issue with it that they're working out because of some massive changes in the new operating system. So they're hoping to have something in the next couple of weeks. So just be aware of that. If you do have the iPhone 6, it's a little bit of an issue. And then if you're like me, where you don't have iOS 7 on your Apple, you can't get it. So you gotta be in that in between. So Apple iOS 7, you're good to go. The rest of us on Apple, it's going to be a little bit of time.
Yeah. Okay. So I am having a little bit of an issue here sharing my screen. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Okay, I got it. Desktop 2. You know what the issue is that I got a new monitor, and so I'm having a hard time. Can you guys hear me still, Trace?
Yep, we got you.
Okay, awesome. So if you guys are looking at my screen right now, can you let me know?
We are.
Okay, very cool. I'm just going to zoom it in so everybody can see it even better. How's that?
Awesome.
Okay, so what we're looking at right now is the regular Isagenix site, and I want to just go over this with everybody because I think it's really, really important to understand the resource that we have here with Isagenix. I've been around a lot of network marketing companies. I used to do a lot of blogging about different network marketing companies, and in all the years that I've been looking at them, I've never found a company that had so many resources for their associate base. So this, when you look at it at first, it's kind of overwhelming. And so I would never send a prospect directly to this site All right, you guys should be familiar with this. You can see up here, this is Tracy's site. We've got happyhour.isogenics.com. Whatever your username is what yours will be, and you can always type this in just like this to get to the page, all right? Now, one of the things that I love about Isogenics is ISA Movie. No matter where you click on your website, it always holds your link. Okay, so if you've ever done any kind of affiliate marketing, this is your affiliate link. It always holds the link, so no matter where a person navigates on your website, if they click the Buy Now or the Sign Up and Save button, that sale is going to track to you. All right, so this is so powerful. Now, Isogenics is a solutions-based company, and we've got solutions for, and if you scroll down, you can see it, weight loss, energy and performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation. So one of the things that is going to set you apart as a network marketer is the ability to figure out what a person really needs in their life and provide a solution. Okay, so it's not about waiting for our turn to talk. A lot of traditional network marketing teaches that within the first 30 seconds of meeting somebody, you want to give them your elevator pitch and tell them your story. I do not subscribe to that at all. People are not interested in you, they're interested in them. All right, so in my first 30 seconds of meeting somebody, it makes so much more sense for you to ask a pile of questions and learn about them and find out what's going on in their life. And very often, depending on the type of person they are, and it doesn't even matter if this is somebody you already know, it's the same thing. Be more interested in what they have to say, and you will be far more interesting to them. Does that make sense? Can I just get a nod of the panel if that makes a ton of sense? Okay, so we want to be more interested in other people, right, Gil?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right, because they don't care what it's doing for us. They just want to know what's in it for them and how it can work for them. That's just kind of human nature. So the amazing thing is with Isogenics, if you find out that somebody is really struggling with their weight, you immediately know that you want to send them to weight loss. And so you'll notice that when I clicked on this weight loss tab, a really interesting thing happened. The link up here changed. Okay? Now we've got 3 weight loss videos, and I would encourage you that as you go through your Isogenics journey, you really need to get to know your videos, because video is the most precious resource that we could have, and we just happen to have a company that is really doing it right when it comes to video. So one of my favorite videos for weight loss is the Isogenics Are You Toxic video. It's promo length. It's only 5 minutes. I actually say to people, I have a 5-minute video I can send you that I think it will really be able to help you with this issue that you're having. Do you have 5 minutes to watch a video? Of course they do. When you click that, I want you to watch the link. All right, so you can see the link at the top has changed. You can take this exact link, copy it, and paste it into a Facebook chat. You can paste it into an email, and it's going to take them to this exact page. All right, it's going to take them to the exact page where the weight loss is open, so they can see the main video, and they can see these other videos down here that are going to be exactly what they're looking for if they're looking for weight loss. The exact same thing if this is an athlete who wants to gain some lean muscle, who wants to have better performance, more stamina, you want to send them to the energy and performance section. Maybe if they're an athlete, you click on athletes, and you send them this link to this lovely lady right here, Lori Harder. She's a professional fitness model who swears by Isogenics. So this is a powerful video to send to an athlete, particularly competitive athletes. Also really great for personal trainers. It talks about how this will change your personal training business because it's so easy for your clients to comply with their program. So what I love about this, and this is something that Tracy and I teach all the time in our social media marketing happy hour, is understanding your audience, because it's so much more important for you to match up your marketing messages to your audience and to what they need than to just blanketing the market with like one canned video. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah, nod those heads. I know, I agree with this stuff. So guys, that's what I wanted to cover for ISA Movie. So does anyone have anything to add about ISA Movie, how they use it? Because this is the tool that I use the most when I'm prospecting.
I think the one thing that can be said for sure is that no matter how much knowledge you have of the products or the business, there's nothing better than having it come directly from a place like this where all the information is just presented in such a professional way. It speaks leaps and bounds too about you by taking the initiative to direct them somewhere like this.
Yeah, Yeah, completely agree with that. Everything is so well done and so professional. And if you want to see more videos, I'd say, focus on these ones, but all you need to do is click the YouTube link. Isogenics has a phenomenal YouTube channel that answers questions. They have, videos on every single product. Now, I want to transition a little bit into products because there are going to be people who you meet who are going to be really like sticklers. They're going to be the people that eat a ton of junk food, but they're still going to need to see every single ingredient in the products. It's sometimes makes me laugh a little bit, but it's all good because we have the resources here to share with them everything that they need to know about the products. And you know what, guys, if I'm moving fast, don't worry, but I'm going to put the links to all of these things into the group, into the private group, so that you'll be able to find it no problem. When you go up under products, all right, what you can do is you can hover over product overview. One of the things that I find that I go to very often is this allergen and suggested age group table. All right, I'm just going to open it up so you can see what that looks like. What this does is it allows you, if somebody says that they have like a gluten sensitivity, you can go through here and see all the products that they can take. All right, so let's see. So for somebody that had a fish allergy, you would know that they couldn't take the Ageless Essentials pack for men and women or the Ageless Essentials pack with product B. All right, so you can scroll down here and you can see what is the minimum age to take them. Some of them are 18 plus, some of them is 4 and up. So these products, not only are they safe at all ages, but they actually give you a guideline to follow. So this is really, really helpful if you have people who have allergies. Tracy, you could talk to this better than I could.
Actually, I was actually going to say something. I'm looking around. I think it's in my closet behind me. But if in your distributor kit, you should have gotten a catalog, and that allergy chart is in the back of that as well. And our family, my husband and I, but also our extended family, we have some severe food allergies, like everything from gluten to corn to soy to peanuts. Like there's so many things. And so when we were first looking at this, we have never, and we're big nutrition junkies. We take lots and lots of supplements because we've all had health issues. And so like everything from, we've had to understand that there's an ingredient called maltodextrin, and it's either made from corn or it's made from potatoes, okay? Like 99% of the population doesn't even know what maltodextrin is, let alone that it could be from a different source. Well, corn is bad. If it's made from corn, it's not free, it's genetically modified. Isogenics, maltodextrin is from potatoes. Like it's such high quality stuff. So that allergy chart is so important and it's so powerful. And here's what I can tell you from personal experience. What I've learned about this company is if there's a possibility of an ingredient that could be potentially harmful, they don't use it. Or if there's 2 versions, like in the maltodextrin example, they always choose the version that's good, which is not my experience. Like almost every company that even has really good products, they use the corn version because it's cheaper. So, that may have just gone right over some of your heads, and that's okay if it did. I just want to impress upon you that these products have passed the test, not just our families, but when you look at this allergen chart, this is huge because more and more people are becoming aware of food sensitivities. More and more people are starting to take ownership of this, and you have some really great resources right there that it's like, bam, here you go. It's really good stuff. So
yeah, exactly. And you're going to have people that want to argue products. It happens all the time. People who think that they know that they know that they know. It's okay because you've got all of the resources you need right here to say, you know what, I'm not a nutritionist, but all of the product research that you want to do is right here, and you can send them to the exact links. And I'm going to show you right now where you would send somebody who's like that. Under the products section, you can find all of not only the packs, so you can see here there's the 30-day cleansing and fat burning system. All of the packs that we provide are under their prospective solutions. So we've got the weight loss solutions, the energy and performance solutions, the healthy aging solutions, and we've got the business and value packs. And of course, we've got our great skincare. I love the skincare. And the snacks and mini meals. So if you guys haven't tried like the isoline bars or the whey thins yet, oh my gosh, they're so good. Anyways, let's say that you had somebody who was looking at the 30-day cleansing and fat burning system, but they really wanted to look deeper into the products. You could send them right here. And it's not even just that they want to look into the products. If you've got somebody and you've recommended this pack to them as a good starting pack because they want to lose some weight, You're sending them everything that they need to do the research, because everything is right here. We've got an overall description, okay, of all the things that it does. You may experience energy boost, consistent weight loss over time, reduced cravings for unhealthy food, improved muscle tone, balanced digestion. So if that's what they're looking for, it's all here in nice bullet points. And when you scroll down, okay, I could actually collapse that, but let's hide that so we can come back up here. We've got a product list right here, so they can go and find out the ingredients specifically for each and every product that they're going to get, but they've also got videos right here. And these are, first of all, you've got like how to use the 30-day system, so you don't have to be hand-holding people, but you have to know that if they're using the 30-day system, to send them here, because it's going to give them all the information. It's going to come in their pack too, but the more instruction that you can give somebody, the better the results are going to be, and the more likely they are to stick around, right? Because if we can get people good results on this, this is not some internet marketing fly-by-night, we're just selling some online product. These are products that, if they're used correctly, are going to get people visible, life-changing, emotional results. All right, so it's our job to make sure that we give them the resources that they need to get those results. Can everybody nod along with me on that one? Yes, we want to get people amazing results. Our residual income depends on people getting results. People won't spend money on products if it doesn't change how they feel and it doesn't change how they look. So you want to send people to a place where they can figure out exactly what they need to take, exactly when they need to take it. All right, so these pages are like priceless. All right, we've also got some audio coaching right here. And if you're the type of person who wants to do some offline marketing, you've also got product marketing materials where you've got system fast facts. So these are PDFs. You can actually print them out if you want to share them with people. And I think this is going to go to my other screen. Hold on a second here.
And you know what's amazing, Don, as you're pulling that up, is that, you know, one of the biggest reasons why we chose to partner with Isogenics is because of the level of material that they have available. We don't have to recreate the wheel. It's really well done, really great websites, really great videos, really great content. And so, you know, you have access. I don't want to say too much, but there's a lot. And to what Gil said earlier, if you're like, you know, Gil, Don and I are the same way. Like, and I know a lot of us are that way, where we just want to know it all. Like, we'll stay up till 4 a.m. and, you know, watch videos. And, you know, there's a saying that we talk about a lot on our podcast and on our live happy hours, is that money likes speed. And so you want to take action right away. But the cool part is that you don't have to worry about knowing it all, because we have literally, the sky's the limit of what we have at our fingertips here.
Yeah, and real quick, I think that's something that everybody else should be taking advantage of is, you know, like you said, there's all these tools out there, and maybe you don't know where all of them are right now, but if you're part of one of our groups, you know, like the Live Happy group, or you know, one of your other teams that you might be a part of, there's so many people always willing to help. If you just throw a post up there, you know, hey, I need information about this. Who knows the best link or the best resource? So, you know, there's no need to accumulate them all at once or spend too much time on that, because you can always get it from someone who's willing to help.
That's such a good point, Gil. This stuff doesn't have to all be taken in all at one time. We just want you guys to know what is available to you, so you don't feel like you have to be able to explain everything, because Isogenics has a lot of products, and if you feel like you have to know everything before you start talking to people, it's going to paralyze you, and it's going to set you back by years.
Can I just say real quick, because
you can always.
That's what it did to me at first.
Yeah, and it can do that. So you just want to be aware that you don't have to know everything to get going. Now, one of the things that I want to show you guys, and I'm actually really excited to show you, is a site. And we've introduced everybody, I think, at this point. If you haven't met Nancy McAllister and Jeff McAllister, they are upline. They are millionaires with the company, very, very dear friends of ours. And they have created a site called Awaken Your Extraordinary. And we're going to put the link in the group. But this website has got so many resources. If you want to learn and kind of go down a garden path of figuring this stuff out, it's just a really, really good resource. So they've got everything that you need to know about the product, system, and share. So I'll just go into products so you can see here. They've got the videos for the weight loss solutions, Team Isogenics for the energy and performance solutions. So they've got some really cool stuff in here too that's going to lead you, through some of the marketing process. Some of this stuff is the more old school network marketing, and I say that with love, because most of the people I know who are millionaires in network marketing have done it by the old school belly to belly stuff, the stuff that people are like, I don't want to do that. That stuff has created more millionaires than you could ever imagine. So I would definitely encourage you. I'm going to leave the link. I'm not going to go through the whole site because we're going a little bit longer than we had expected to. I'm going to come off the screen share. Tracy, I can't get off of screen share.
You know, like I said in the beginning, for two technology peeps, we sure do it. We just keep going. We keep doing it anyway. You're off. We see you now.
Very, very good. So, you know, there's something that I want to share. It's really important to me that everybody get this. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. You've got a massive team that supports you, and not just inside of the Live Happy team, but you've also got Awaken Your Extraordinary team, and then we've got Team Success above that. Okay, so we've got a couple of groups. We don't want to overwhelm everybody, so we've only got you into 2. So if you're not in the Awaken Your Extraordinary group, you definitely want to talk to either Tracy or myself or Dan. Whoever enrolled you can get you into that group. But the thing is that I think that some people miss is that our success in business is not up to our sponsor. It is completely and 100% squarely up to us to take full responsibility to know where things are and to learn the things that we need to know. Doesn't mean you have to know everything overnight. We are here to coach you and we're here to help you. But if you need help, if you're in a place where you're not sure about something, the responsibility is on you to reach out and ask for that help. All right? Does that make sense? Everybody, I just want to impress that upon you. If I need help, I often need help. I reach out to somebody who can help me. I don't know everything about the company yet. Nancy knows a whole lot more than I do, so I'll reach out to her when I need help, and she reaches out to her mentor when she needs help. At no point in time do I give up on my business because I haven't talked to my sponsor in the last week. That will never happen. This is a real business that we're building. This is a real business that you're building. We're professional networkers. And in order to be successful, each of us has to internalize that this is our business. It's like what Tracy said, the seed of that success has to be planted firmly within us. And just like Gil said, we have to get really serious. We have to get committed and focused. So I hope that's hitting home.
Yeah, that's a good point. That kind of get like you and Gil's you two guys stuff like kind of goes hand in hand, like what Gil was saying, like go in a group and ask questions. Like a lot of times people ask me questions and I'll say good question because I have no clue, you know what I mean? So I'll say good question. Why don't you go in there and ask in the group where there's a couple hundred people in there and maybe somebody in there might have a resource instantly. You know, if not, if you're really having trouble with it after that, come back and then I'll go hunt for it too, you know what I mean? So just plug it into our resources, you know what I mean? And always using the tools, you know what I mean? Can't build a foundation with no tools, right?
Well, and the odds are good. If you have a question, somebody else probably also has that question. So we want to encourage you guys. That's what the group is about. It's a place where we're going to celebrate success. We're going to encourage one another. We're going to help each other. And so feel free to ask your questions in the group. You don't have to send private messages to your sponsor. You can ask them in the group, because if we go in, and Dawn and I see this all the time in our mastermind, we have a private mastermind of paid clients that have different businesses, and what's amazing is they'll come to us and they'll ask us privately, and we'll redirect them to the group to ask it in the group, and usually before we get to answer it, someone else answers it. Everybody else learns from what's happening, and there's a saying that goes, all ships rise with the tide. So definitely use that group, and we're all going to be, we're all busy, but we're all going to be in and out of it. And you might get one day Dawn in it all day. Donna Harris might be answering the questions. Cindy might be answering. It might be Dan. Nobody has to bear the burden of this by themselves. We're all adults. We're all building a great business, and we're all doing this for our own reasons, but we're all doing it together. So it's super exciting, and I'm thrilled for what's going to happen with this team. So, Dawn, I know we're a little bit over an hour. So anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I'm just really, really excited that we had a chance to get everybody together. This has been something that has really, something that we've been wanting to do and something that we want to be doing more often. Now, one of the things that I do want to share is that having been in different network marketing teams, there is a tendency sometimes to overdo it with team hangouts. And I've seen it happen where you're on a team hangout night after night. We don't believe in that. I know Tracy doesn't believe in it. I know Danny doesn't believe in it. If you're constantly in learning mode, you don't have time to be in production mode. And we want you to be in production mode. We want you to be, talking to people and closing sales, not just coming nightly to training. Now, that being said, Nancy, our upline millionaire, is putting together, it's a very famous training that she does. It's called her Back to Basics training, which all of us are going to be invited to participate in. And absolutely, I would highly, highly recommend that no matter how much experience you have in network marketing, that you come to these trainings. It's very, very specific to Isogenics, but it's been developed by some of the millionaires in the company, so you definitely want to be there. So we're going to be having access to that. We'll start seeing those links coming out in the next week or two. It's a 6-week program. She does it one night a week, all right, so that it's like you're going to school. It's not like you're trying to cram it all in. We take it all into stride because this is a long-term business we're building. We've talked about this is a legacy business that we're building. And so you're going to do it over a 6-week period, start to internalize the information, and it's something that you can invite your team to as it grows because it's going to be run 6 weeks at a time, and then it starts over and repeats for the new people. So this is something you guys can thank Nancy and Jeff for this. This is something that they're putting together. And isn't it a huge blessing in all of our lives that we don't have to do it all?
It is.
As a business owner, look me in the eyes and tell me, I don't want to do it all myself, right? You don't want to have to bear the brunt of training everybody. You don't want to have to bear the brunt of answering every single question. That is what is so amazing about joining with a team that supports you as you grow. They're not only going to support you, we're not only going to support you, we're going to be supporting your people, and we're going to support your people's people, and so on down the line, because this is a legacy company, and we're going to be building here for a very, very long time. I expect to will this to my children when I go. So, does anybody else have anything to add before we wrap it up?
Let me just. Go ahead,
Tracy. Before you go, I just wanted to say that the resources that were shared tonight were really instrumental for me in helping me create sales funnels to actually to make them make more sense to me, and so I've really taken those movies and created some really cool, funnels and videos, all gearing around the solutions based in all the, I guess, in the movies and all the information. If I'm talking about a product or if I'm talking about something that gears towards the movie, having those resources has just been huge and very eye-opening. So I hope everybody really digs into them and really plugs into your happy hour training sometimes, because I got to tell you, it's been instrumental, those two combined. So.
Awesome. Danny, did you have something to add before we wrap up?
No. I just like to, I just like to thank you guys for putting this together, and I really appreciate, everything that all of you guys shared too. You know what I mean? I'm feeding right off of you guys as well. And, I really like the, like the video breakdowns and stuff like that. A lot of, I've been talking to people and, just tell them like, look, man, I just like to ask you to trust me, man, because, I'm getting results. You know what I mean? Just, I'll put your order in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really do all that video stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really provide them with good resources. I just ask them to trust me. And, I'd probably be getting better results if I've been doing that, you know what I mean? That's the truth be told, you know what I mean? So, I appreciate all.
Well, we can't argue with the results you're having. You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm getting good results, you know what I mean? I'm a product of the product. I'm getting good results, you know what I mean? I'm down something like 15 pounds or something like that. Putting on lean muscle, and I'm taking my workouts up a notch. It's giving me the confidence that, to work out harder. I'm sweating a lot harder when I work out. Having some really intense workouts, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely taking full advantage of that, and everybody sees it, you know what I mean? So it's cool. Awesome. So I definitely recommend you guys all do that too. Be product of the product. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to lose weight, you could put on some lean muscle. You know what I mean? You can gain some weight too if you want. You know what I mean? Don't only have to be about weight loss. So.
Well, I want to close this out, and I just want to share a little bit of a tip that I've used to train hundreds of people that are building businesses part-time. So what Dawn said, I just want to echo what Dawn said. We're not big believers on being on training calls constantly, because if you're working, most of you on our team, excuse me, are not full-time. Most of you are trying to get to be full-time. And so you have limited hours in the day to actually build your business. And so we're very sensitive to that. We're very aware of that. And we know that if every night there's a team call, then we know that you're not building your business. You're just on a team call. All right. And so as much as we want that connection, we want to have this, we don't want to overdo it. So what I want to do, I want to teach a principle. Before I do that, I want to encourage you on a couple things. Some of you may know this, some of you may not know this, but Dawn and I host a podcast 7 days a week. It's 15 minutes, and we're teaching marketing to network marketers, okay? Everything we teach on that podcast, to subscribe to it like that's a team training, because I don't want people outside of our team to get better training from us than you guys get. That would be silly. It just would be silly. So we're I think we're up to 80. I don't know. We just recorded like 96 or something. We have almost 100 episodes recorded. You can go to iTunes or Stitcher. You can go to our website. We have tons of free resources that are part of a company that Dawn and I own that's separate from this. Okay, but I'm telling you this because we provide tons and tons of resources on how to learn how to market, because some of you are going to be building teams of people who have never done anything like this before, and you can literally plug them into what we're doing. So a 15-minute-a-day podcast that if you speed up on iTunes, you can listen to in about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, okay? So number one, find ways to be getting that training without having to be on team calls constantly. The other thing that we do is every Tuesday we host a free webinar. It is an hour long. It's recorded. You can access all of that on our website. It's happyhourhangouts.com. Again, that's a separate thing from Isogenics, but it's all geared around network marketing. In fact, just so you guys know, we have clients that pay us that are part of Isogenics. They're just on different teams, and they pay us for coaching. So there's no reason why you guys shouldn't take advantage of what we're doing. All right. And then for those of you that as you're building your business, we have another level mastermind training for people who hit consultant or higher, or who join the business at the President's Pack and higher, that we have, and Dawn's in the process of creating a beautiful website that's going to be easy for you guys to access, and so you guys can use us as an incentive for people to join the team. That they're going to get access to our training. If they join you at a President's Pack, they're going to get in this private mastermind. It's a big deal. Okay, now that being said, let me give you this principle, okay? Because I want to make sure you guys understand that there's so much available to you on a regular basis, all the time, okay? From Isogenics, from us, and beyond. So here's the principle I always taught, and this applies, and many of you have heard of the 80-20 rule, okay? 80-20. So if you have 2 hours a day to build your business, okay, you want to break out your time, 80% of your time building your business and 20% of your time learning. Okay, this is where you have to guard your time, and this is why we produce the podcast, because the podcast allows you to be getting training while you're doing something else, like driving, working out, doing dishes, taking a shower. I have, I usually have it in my office, but Dawn and I have these cool little speakers that they're like $20 on Amazon, and they stick right to your shower wall, and it's Bluetooth, and you can listen to podcasts and training while you're. It's great. It's great. Okay, you can get them on Amazon. We'll have to find the name of it and share it, but so. You know, use time like that to be learning if possible. 80% of that precious 2 hours, if that's all you have, so an hour and a half, is where you should be spending your time building your business, reaching out to people, engaging in social media, calling friends and family, you know, following the systems that you're following, whether you're doing the social media way or you're doing an offline way. If you follow that time management strategy, okay, if you tell yourself, I am not going to learn. I'm not going to watch one single training video until I do an hour and a half of marketing my business. You're going to find that your business is going to take off much faster, because what happens is, and this is why I've always taught this principle, is people who they come home from work, they sit down in their office, they sit in their space, and they log on, and they're like, all right, what do I got to do? And they go to a training video, and they get caught up in this training to the point where 2 hours is come and gone. Now they've got to go to bed, or they have a family obligation, and they've done zero marketing of their business. And this habit happens day after day after day. My panel knows, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You've all done it, and you've all experienced it, right? You've known people that I've done it. So if you can create some personal disciplines, because this is your business, if you can create a discipline that whatever time that you have, if you have 2 hours a day, if you have 4 hours a day, whatever it is, 80% of that minimum is what you should set aside for building your business. The remaining 20% is when you learn. And I promise you, the more action you take, the more you're going to learn. Okay? But there's a saying that says that ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. And every one of the people here on this panel beneath us that are here with us tonight hit consultant quickly because they were ignorance on fire. None of them are ignorant people at all, but they were ignorance on fire. They just went to work. And so I want to leave you with that. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Don't get stuck in learning. Don't get stuck in team hangouts. Let's be a team of action. Let's be a team of changing the world. Let's be a team of leaving a legacy. And with that, I'm going to wrap this up. On behalf of this amazing panel, my name's Tracy Reuter, Don Mars Ortiz. We're Team Live Happy. Let's go out, change the world, and let's help a lot of people live happy, you guys. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.